So we're here today to talk about Cisco Umbrella. Umbrella is a cloud security platform that provides the first line of defense against threats on the internet, wherever your users go. And because it's built into the foundation of the internet, Cisco Umbrella delivers complete visibility into internet activity across all locations, all devices and users, and it blocks threats before they ever reach your network or endpoints. So we're going to look at some of the challenges IT managers face today in the changing world that we're in. We're going to introduce Cisco Umbrella, we're going to look at some customers and the next steps, or what to do next. So what are the challenges? Well, going back a few years, most if not all infrastructure, applications and desktops were built behind a firewall. To work, employees went into an office location and logged onto the network. Branch offices backhauled all traffic to the headquarters. And I suppose from a security perspective, the focus was on your perimeter and your endpoints. And by backhauling all traffic, branch offices will get the same security as the corporate HQ. But in the last few years, the way we work has fundamentally changed, and it's changed a great deal. So before, everything was contained within your network perimeter. All your critical infrastructure, your servers, your applications, your data and your people. And security used to be more about building a taller wall around your perimeter and checking off boxes for compliance and HR acceptable use policies, instead of defending the business against data breaches and advanced attacks. And most security products were built as closed systems that couldn't integrate together or share intelligence. What has changed? Well, more happens off network. There are more roaming users than ever before. There are more corporate owned devices accessing the internet from other networks. Apps and infrastructure are moving into the cloud. Users no longer need to connect to the corporate network to get work done. They use cloud apps like Salesforce, Office 365 and others. And they don't always use the VPN, which means they're more vulnerable and you lack visibility and protection. And branch offices connect directly to the internet. It's very expensive to backhaul all traffic to the corporate network, so more branch offices are moving towards direct internet access, or DIA. While you save money not backhauling the traffic, you also lose security protection. In fact, 49% of the workforce is mobile, and in a recent survey, 82% of respondents admitted to not using the VPN all the time. Cloud adaptation and software as a service app usage is expected to increase in the next 2 years, and we can expect an increase of up to 70% in usage. 70% of enterprise branch offices report direct internet access. So why does this matter to you? Well, because these changes create new security challenges. Firstly, traditional network and web security, while necessary on the corporate network, are unable to protect roaming users and direct to internet traffic. And second, organizations have limited visibility and control for sensitive data and apps in the cloud. Security must evolve to address today's challenges and protect the modern enterprise. It has to protect users wherever they work, and like infrastructure, like apps and data, it has to shift to the cloud. So captured here are challenges Umbrella has helped organizations like yours to address, related to these changes in the IT landscape and beyond. So specifically, gaps in visibility and coverage. Organizations have more locations and devices to protect, and threats are using many different ports to try to gain access or exfiltrate data, and companies need complete visibility into all internet activity. Securing cloud apps like Office 365 and Box and Salesforce. Employees use more cloud applications, and some are sanctioned and some are unsanctioned, and organizations need to know which ones are being used and need to protect the data in those apps. And then you have difficult to manage security. Security is complex, and we often use siloed security tools, and security teams are often understaffed and struggle with complex siloed systems that do not integrate or share information and intelligence in a programmatic way. And these teams need solutions that are easy to deploy, simple to manage, and can scale exponentially and can integrate with other tools. And finally, you have the likes of malware and ransomware. This is the number one challenge we hear from customers, and despite the existing security products deployed, everything from firewalls to web proxies to email security and endpoints, companies still face too many malware infections and phishing attacks. Security teams spend a lot of time and effort trying to detect threats and remediate after the fact. Organizations need to stop threats before they get onto the network or your endpoints and reduce the number of infections and more easily detect devices that have already been infected for faster remediation. And this is where we introduce Cisco Umbrella. Umbrella is Cisco's secure internet gateway product. Cisco Umbrella provides the first line of defense against threats on the internet wherever your users go. And by analyzing and learning from internet activity patterns, Umbrella automatically uncovers attacker infrastructure staged for current and emerging threats and proactively blocks malicious requests before they even reach your endpoints or your network. With Cisco Umbrella, customers can stop phishing and malware infections earlier, identify already infected devices faster, and prevent data exfiltration. And because Umbrella is built into the foundation of the internet and delivered from the cloud, it provides complete visibility into internet activity across all locations and across all users. Plus, it's one of the simplest security products that you'll ever deploy and manage. So let's look now at where Umbrella fits in with your environment. Think about where you enforce security today. What do you use to protect your network and your endpoints? You probably have a range of products deployed at corporate headquarters and branch offices on roaming laptops. There are many ways that malware can get in, which is why it's important to have multiple layers of security. Umbrella can be the first layer of defense against threats by preventing devices from connecting to malicious or likely malicious sites in the first place, which significantly reduces the chance of malware getting to your network or your endpoints. Umbrella uses DNS as one of the main mechanisms to get traffic to our cloud platform, and then use it to enforce security too. DNS is a foundational component of how the internet works and is used by every device in the network. And way before a malware file is downloaded or before an IP connection over any port or any protocol is even established, there's a DNS request. So let's now look at the key features for Umbrella. Umbrella provides enforcement without delay. It uses DNS to enforce security, but how does this work? When Umbrella receives a DNS request, it first identifies which customer the request came from and which policy to apply. Next, Umbrella determines if the request is either A, it's safe or whitelisted, B, it's malicious or it's blacklisted, or C, it's risky. For safe requests, we route the connection as usual. If we find option B, a malicious request, we route the connection to a block page. And for risky requests, we route the connection to our cloud-based proxy for deeper inspection. So let's spend a few minutes looking more closely at our proxy. You might be wondering what I meant by risky domains, so let's start there. Most phishing, malware, ransomware and other threats are hosted at domain level and are classified as malicious. Yet some domains host both malicious and safe content. We consider these risky domains. The sites often allow users to upload and share content, making them difficult to police. And for those familiar, an example would be the likes of reddit.com. And unlike traditional web proxies or gateways that examine all internet requests, which adds latency and complexity, our proxy only intercepts and inspects requests for risky domains. Once we have identified a risky domain, what do we inspect? So starting with URL inspection, we use Cisco Talos intelligence. It's a web reputation system that Cisco have and other third-party feeds to determine if a URL is malicious. As of February this year, customers can also create a list of custom URLs to be blocked based on your policies. If the disposition of the web resource is still unknown after the URL inspection, we look at the file reputation, which is a new capability again released in February of this year. We use AV engines and Cisco AMP to block malicious files before downloaded. Example file types will include PDFs, JPEGs and many more. And lastly, through AMP, if a file is later identified as malicious, customers can view retrospective details in a report to identify what systems might have been infected. And Umbrella not only protects against initial infection, Umbrella also prevents command and control callbacks, or C2 callbacks. So even if devices become infected in other ways, Umbrella blocks the communication to an attacker's server. Stopping data exfiltration or the download of ransomware encryption keys. C2 callbacks are blocked using the same DNS enforcement process described a moment ago. And in the event that the malicious payload is designed to bypass DNS and use a direct IP connection, Umbrella goes beyond DNS to provide malicious IP blocking and enforcement. Although threats continue to increase in sophistication, attackers often reuse the same internet infrastructure, like web servers, IP addresses and domains, in multiple attacks, leaving behind a cyber fingerprint, if you like. And what if an organization could use those fingerprints to identify emerging attacks as they are staged and block them before they even launch? Umbrella uses data from our global network and statistical models to uncover this type of information to stop attacks before the first victim is hit. Our view of the internet is like no other security provider. The Umbrella global network includes 25 data centers around the world that resolve over 100 billion DNS requests from more than 85 million users across 160 countries every single day. We peer with over 500 of the top ISPs and content delivery networks to exchange BGP routes and ensure we're routing requests efficiently and not adding any latency over regional DNS providers. So not only do we have a massive amount of data, but perhaps more importantly, a very diverse data set. It's not just from one geography or one protocol. This diversity enables Umbrella to offer unprecedented insight into staged and launched attacks, learning where the threats are coming from, who's launching them, where they're going, and how wide the net of the attack is, and much, much more. This data acts as the foundation for our many statistical models. There are three key factors that make up our unparalleled threat intelligence: data, security researchers, and statistical and machine learning models. So let's start with a look at our data. This includes a Cisco Talos feed of malicious domains and IPs based on researchers' analysis of millions of malware samples and terabytes of data collected from Cisco deployments worldwide. We also use Umbrella DNS data. We resolve more than 100 billion daily DNS requests across our user base. And not only is this data massive, it's also diverse and represents all markets, geographies, and protocols. These two things together give us an unprecedented view of the internet. The second key factor is our security researchers. They look at this data and use advanced techniques like data mining, 3D virtualization to identify patterns. They are constantly finding new ways to uncover fingerprints that attackers leave behind, and then they build statistical and machine learning models to automatically score and classify that data. And lastly, the models I just mentioned. These models continuously run against our data, so we can uncover malicious domains, IPs, and URLs before they're even used in attacks. Our security researchers are always innovating and creating new models to provide better threat detection and classification. Here are a few example models, and we have dozens more. So the co-occurrence model identifies domains queried right before or after a given domain. This model helps to uncover domains linked to the same attack, even if they're hosted on separate networks. The traffic spike model, it recognizes when spikes in traffic to a domain match patterns seen with other attacks. For example, the traffic for one domain matches the request patterns seen with exploit kits, so we'll block the domain before the full attack launches. Then you have predictive IP space monitoring model. Starts with domains identified by the spike rank model and scores the steps attackers take to set up the infrastructure, e.g. the hosting provider, the name server, the IP, etc., to predict if malicious. This identifies other destinations that can be proactively blocked before an attack launches. Umbrella discovers more than 3 million new domains daily. By analysing this traffic with our statistical models, Umbrella identifies over 60,000 malicious destinations, be it domains, IPs and URLs, every single day. You not only need threat intelligence, but you also need the ability to act on this data. Umbrella has the horsepower to actively enforce more than 7 million malicious domains and IPs at the same time a DNS request is being processed. Appliances and hybrid cloud solutions can't come close to that scalability. Umbrella provides visibility and protection for all your internet traffic. Specifically, Umbrella provides the visibility needed to protect internet access across all office locations, all devices on your network, and roaming laptops. It provides visibility into sanctioned and unsanctioned cloud services, so you can uncover new services being used, see who's using them, and identify that potential risk. As attackers try to infiltrate networks with different tactics, Umbrella also provides coverage and visibility for all ports. As the internet moves towards HTTPS more, More destinations will require SSL decryption to effectively see and block. Umbrella provides visibility and protection for HTTPS destinations without adding any latency. Central to this visibility is Umbrella's reporting capabilities. Umbrella displays data in real time, similar to Twitter in that someone sends a DNS request, seconds later it will be visible within a report. Umbrella offers 10 plus out-of-the-box reports. Customers can also set filters for custom views, share with email recipients, and schedule these to run every day, week or month, whatever suits yourself. Let's look now at a few report examples. The identity reports enable you to identify and review malicious internet activity per device or network as it happens in real time across your organization. Why do you need this? Well, it helps you to quickly spot and remediate potential victims. Specifically, you can pivot into any identity, whether it's a network, a computer, or a user. You can also view top security destinations per identity, which can show you what else might this user be infected with. And you can see top overall destinations, which can give insight into what else is this user doing. Like identity reports, destination reports enable a customer to investigate every malicious domain attempted to be accessed from their organization. Specifically, you'll see traffic volumes, how prevalent is this attack in my network, the global percentage of traffic, is this attack targeted at me? Obviously, if you have a higher percentage of global traffic, if you're getting 80-90% of global traffic, this attack is targeted at you. So it helps you identify these kind of things. And top identities, who has been infected that I might need to remediate. Relevant policies, why is this being blocked? For example, if you see that Umbrella blocked the user from going into a specific URL, say internetbadguys.com, you can view more detailed information like when the request happened, who it came from, why it was blocked, and much more. And with the local versus global data, you can also assess the likelihood that it is a more targeted attack. Has Umbrella seen other people going to internetbadguys.com, or are requests only from you? The Cloud Services report is available, and this report helps you to uncover cloud services and Internet of Things devices being used within your organization. This helps you to effectively combat shadow IT. Specifically, you see total and new cloud services, cloud apps by classification, and cloud apps by traffic volume. But here's the best bit about Cisco Umbrella. Umbrella is one of the simplest solutions to deploy and manage. Because Umbrella is delivered from the cloud, there is no hardware to install or software to manually update. And the browser-based interface provides for quick setup and ongoing management. And many users deploy enterprise-wide in less than 30 minutes. For on-network coverage, you can protect all devices on your network, even those that you don't own, by changing one setting in your network server, access point, or router. All you have to do is point your DNS request to the IP address for the Umbrella global network. Umbrella has pre-built integrations with many network devices, including the Cisco ISR 4K series and the Cisco wireless LAN controllers. Umbrella is integrated with Cisco ISR 4K series to provide protection to branch office users, and Cisco wireless LAN to provide guest Wi-Fi and employee protection. Customers simply upgrade to the latest network device software and configure the connection via an Umbrella API. For off-network coverage, what about laptops connecting off-network? If you use Cisco AnyConnect, simply enable the Umbrella roaming security module for protection anywhere, even when the VPN is off. And if you're not a Cisco AnyConnect user, our lightweight standalone agent works with any VPN and has been proven in over 1 million deployments. A roaming client is a virtual bump in the wire for every internet connection. It's transparent to users and does not cause any latency or performance issues because the footprint is very small. So I'd ask you, do you use any of the products listed on this slide? What products are you currently using? Umbrella has an API for integration with existing solutions and workflows, both third-party, partner, and custom in-house. Cisco has an API for integration with existing solutions and workflows, both third-party, partner, and custom in-house solutions to amplify protection. So, threat analysis field. Add malicious domains sourced from threat analysis feeds to act faster on IOC, or Internet of Compromise. For example, malicious domains uncovered by AMP Threat Grid can be added to Umbrella, so effectively you start blocking threats immediately without any manual effort. Then you have appliance-based detection. You can easily integrate intelligence from on-premise threat detection security appliances like FireEye and others into Umbrella. This extends local security globally, enforcing protection across all locations and roaming users without additional boxes. Threat intelligence platform. Share intelligence from aggregated sources of threat intelligence like Anomaly with Umbrella. Then you have CASB, Cloud Access Security Brokers. Together with a CASB like CloudLock, you can provide visibility and control for access and usage of software as a service apps, automatically block domains associated with risky or inappropriate software as a service apps. And then you have custom integrations. Umbrella supports up to 10 custom integrations with in-house tools. These integrations allow custom scripts to add or remove domains from security categories and even enforce different policies on each. The example called out here is a custom IPS system used by one of our large customers that leverages the Bro framework and Python script programming language. Now that we have reviewed our key features, listed here are our differentiators, or what sets Umbrella apart from other products. It's the fastest and most reliable cloud infrastructure. When customers connect to a cloud security platform, performance is critical. It cannot break or slow down internet connections. Since our network was established in 2006, we've had 100% uptime. And not just that, but we have peering relationships with over 500 ISPs, which allow us to resolve requests faster. Most customers actually report a boost in speed. It's the most open platform. Leveraging our bidirectional APIs, customers can easily integrate Umbrella with existing tools to automatically add to our platform or enhance another system, extending protection and enhancing information. It's the most predictive intelligence. Our unparalleled intelligence enables us to uncover malicious domains, IPs and URLs before they're ever used in an attack. The ease of deployment. There's no hardware to install or software to manually update, and customers can leverage their existing Cisco footprint to provision thousands of network devices and laptops. We have the broadest coverage of malicious destinations and files. Now, not only do we have the power of the malicious domains and the IPs that we had in Umbrella before, but we also have coverage for malicious files that are attempted to be downloaded from risky domains. And this is through the power of AMP. So here are some real-world results from 5 customers. Integrations to extend security. As FireEye sees a threat, it immediately updates Umbrella, which then protects all users on and off the network. Ron Kieser, CIO, ATS, an automation solutions manufacturing company headquartered in Canada with 75 offices worldwide. Enterprise-wide deployment in minutes. Deployed to 7 facilities in 5 countries in less than 3 hours. The ability to onboard with no client and no new physical appliance to manage was a big advantage. This is what Marcus Schweiger, IT security analyst at Hirschvogel Automotive, an automotive supplier headquartered in Germany with 7 facilities worldwide. This is what he had to say. Visibility everywhere. As soon as we turned Umbrella on, we gained visibility into the traffic flows across our environment. This is from Mark Arnold, Director of Information Security at PTC, a software and services company headquartered in the US with 7 major hubs around the world. Intelligence to see attacks before launched. Saved thousands of dollars in ransom costs when a blocked CryptoLocker callback. It's from Eric Rockwell, President and CIO of Centrix IT, professional services and IT consulting company headquartered in the US with 300 plus offices in the US and the UK. Built into the foundation of the internet. As we assessed their security posture, we quickly realized that visibility was a major challenge and that most of our attacks started with DNS. This is from Henry Duong, Infrastructure Security Manager at the University of Kansas Hospital, a healthcare company based in the US with 10,000 plus users. So that's it. Umbrella, it's the easiest security product you'll ever deploy. You sign up, you point your DNS, and you're done. If you'd like more detail on any of the Cisco Cloud security products, certainly get in touch with me. We've touched on Umbrella. There are more products like Investigate and CloudLock. If you want a demo, we can certainly set you up with a demo on Cisco Umbrella. Best way to get me is via email at ronan.keenan@planet21.ie. Thanks for your time.